Okay, so this one's going to cover segments and angle addition. So we're going to look at the properties of segments and angles and use addition to solve for the unknown x. So in this first example, we have collinear points P, Q, R. Remember, collinear meaning that the points are all on the same line. So you see P, Q, and R are all on the same line. We know that from P to Q, it is measuring 21. So the question is, what's the measurement from P to R? So let's use what we know. We know that from P to Q, it's equal to this expression right here of 2x minus 5. We also know it's equal to 21. So you notice that they write the equation using the expression 2x minus 5 is equal to 21. Then using algebraic steps and I'm going to do it over here on the side, where we have 2x minus 5 is equal to 21. If we are going to solve for x, first thing we do is inverse of subtracting 5, which is to add 5 to keep everything balanced. Whatever we do to one side, we must do to the other. So 21 plus 5 is 26. And then to get our variable x by itself, we do the inverse by dividing both sides by 2. So therefore, x is equal to the value of 13. Now that we know x is equal to 13, we're going to use the segment addition postulate, meaning the different segments. We're going to combine them by adding them together, substitute in the x once we simplify and solve for the distance from P to R. So PR consists of this whole entire section, which is from P to Q and then Q to R. We know that from P to Q it's 2x minus 5, and from Q to R it is x plus 5. So the next step here is to simplify and combine like terms. So x's with x's, or variables with variables, that is 6x. And then a negative 5 and a positive 5, since they're inverse of each other, those end up canceling out. So we're just left with, wait a minute, let me go back. I'm looking at the math. Where did I get 6x? It is 2x plus an x would be 3x. I get a total of 3 of them. So now that I know that x is 13, I'm going to go ahead and substitute it in here. 3 times 13 would give us the whole distance from P to R, and 3 times 13, it is 39. So again, we're using what we know about the segments within the line and using algebraic steps to set up our equation and solve for x, and then substituting that back in. Okay, in the next one, looking specifically at angles. Here we have different rays. So we know that the measurement of ABC, which is this angle right here, 50 in pink, and then the measurement of angle ABD, so the entire large angle here in blue, is 85 degrees. The question is, what's the measurement of CBD? And this is this smaller angle right here. So we know that 50 plus x, because we don't know what this one is, altogether is equal to 85. Again, using algebraic steps, we would subtract 50 from both sides. 85 minus 50 would be 35. So the measurement of angle CBD, it is 35 degrees. So down below you have more practice. So they're telling you that we have points A, B, C, D are collinear, meaning all the points are on the same line. We do know that from A to C is equal to 10. So we have to set up an equation to solve for x. Well, looking at these two segments, we have 2x and x minus 2. So those together will have a sum that is equal to 10. So here I'm just going to simplify a little. Oops, let me do it this way. I'm going to have 10 on this side. If I combine these two terms, that's 3x, and then subtract 2. Again, thinking of the inverse operation, the inverse of subtracting 2 is to add 2. So then we end up with 12 is equal to 3x. The inverse of multiplication is division, so then I divide both sides by 3. So therefore x is equal to 4. And then to find the distance from C to D, this section right here, well, we know it's equal to 3x minus 3. So I'm going to have 3 times whatever x minus 3. Well, we discovered that x is equal to 4. So this really becomes 3 times 4, which is 12. And 12 subtract 3 is 9. And then you would do something similar here from B to D. You know, this whole section right here is equal to x minus 2 plus x minus 3. Combine those two expressions, substitute in 4 for x, and then solve. If you have any questions, make sure you come in and check with me. I also want you to try this one down here. 4, 5, and 6. Use this same image, but make sure that you're carefully noticing how what angle they're referencing to and what the angle measure is.